Hello everyone, welcome back. So, you all remember what we have done last? Yeah, we have done 5 types of shading techniques. We have learned those techniques. Now, let's have a quick recap. So, first, which technique we have learned? First technique we have learned called hatching. The next is cross hatching, stippling, rendering and scribbling. Now, we can see you all remember the technique how to do it. So I can give you the quick review. This is hatching, cross hatching, stippling, rendering and scribbling. Now everybody, you all know the techniques of shadings now you have to learn after that what is the use of the shading and what kind of pencils we will use in this. So you all aware of it, there are variety of pencils comes in the market for doing different kind of shadings. So let's have a look. So we have different pencils like 2B, 4B, 6B, 8B, 12B, etc, etc, etc. So first you should know what is shading pencil and what all numbers we can have in this. So first we can see the types of pencils. The types of pencils are like H. So H is representing hard. Hard means H. So H pencils are H, 2H, 4H, 5H, etc, etc. And then we can come to the next B. So B is representing soft. Soft B. So B, 2B, 4B, 6B, 8B, etc. As you all know, these pencils I think you are using in your grades, right? For doing some pencil shadings. So now come to the next. That is the most common pencil which kids are also using. So this common pencil is HB. So this HB pencil is used for drawing and writing. Is that clear all? So come to the next. So how can we get the shade? So we have more common pencil with us, that is called HB. So this common pencil is used for drawing and writing as well. So after that we have the question, how can we use these shading pencils? So these shading pencils are very easy to use. The thing you need to remember, we are not supposed to use eraser for erasing these shades. Only we need to control our hands, means the pressure of our hand. The pressure should be a very particular on key. Pressure should be a very particular, like getting the desired shade. Like if I'm using 2B pencil, so how can I use it and what kind of shade will come? Like this is using for a lighter tone. Okay, so it's all depends on your hand pressure, how much pressure you are putting on the on the pencil. That much dark we can get the. Now let's see how the pencil works. So if I can talk about 2B pencil, so 2B pencil is used for the lightest tone. Then 4B, you can see the variation in different boxes. There are all different shades are there. So we call them gradation also. It is called a value. Value of a color, value of a pencil. So these values are very important to get a desired artwork. So now might be you're thinking, what is value? How it comes sudden in between the lesson? So value is the third element of art and it is very important. Value means different degree between black and white. As I have used that new word, that is called gradation. So might be you only know about light, dark, like that in class. But the particularly you are day by day. Now particularly you should know the proper words, or we can say proper vocabulary, like a professional. So gradation is a word that we use for professional things. Like we use this word gradation professionally. If you can talk about any artist, or if you will get the chance to talk with them, so they will use if they wanted to describe their painting to you. So they will show the color variation by using this. See the gradation in my painting, like how I have used dark to light or light to dark in my paintings, like all the dark and light tones, it's all visible. So these all values will help the painting to become a very beautiful. And we know we are using them, but the basic terms and basic vocabulary, we are not aware of it. So now in this session you will be able to understand new vocabulary words and see the difference, how the pencil works on different stages. So you can see there is a lighter tone 2B. If I wanted to put more pressure, so it can be a darker tone I can get, but 2B is always preferable for giving the lighter tone. And the HB is, you can see the difference. There's a 6B, 8B, 4B, 12B, and some more pencils. So B is, so the numbers are increasing, the boldness of the pencil lead is also increasing. If you can talk about 2B, so I am having 2B pencil, there you can see the lead of this pencil is little thinner. So if I can talk about 6B and 4B, you can see the difference. But if I talk about 8B, 12B or 10B pencils, so they have the bolder lead than 2B or 4B. Now I'm going to demonstrate you about how the pressure can make the difference. So I'm using 2B pencil first to getting the shade. So I'm not putting so much of pressure on my pencil, so it is like very light. So the moment I'll put the more pressure, you can see the shade variation in the shade. Yes. See, I can get all the desired shades with one pencil also. But so there's a technique and there's a some professionally done work which has been done it with a different kind of pencils. So it will be easy to get the desired shades. So that I can get it from 2B also, but the desired shade and the texture will which comes after using different pencils. You can see I'm using 8B pencil. Now I have used 2B pencil for getting these desired shades. Now I'm getting with 8B. So you can see the texture, the smoothness of the pencil, smoothness of the shade is visible. So here light, semi-light, dark, you can see these all shades. So it's all about your pressure, which you can put it in your hand while doing the shading. Okay, so now come to the next. Here the next thing that also is very important to know about. So we have learned all the 5 shading techniques. Now I have prepared few samples for you to show you how we can use these techniques in a painting. So here is the first example. So this is, what is we call this in normal language, or common people are saying this is called scenery. So but in professionally we call it landscape. So landscape always we think about to make it with color only. And there are a variety of medium to use for this. But today we are discussing about shading. So we only consider pencil shading for that. So I have prepared few samples for you all. So you can see all the 5 techniques I have been used in this painting. So you can see there I have used rendering. Here I have used rendering. Here I have used little bit of rendering. But if you can see here in the tree, as I have already mentioned, while doing that technique, that is called hatching. In hatching, I have told you that we can use this technique in the trees. So I have used this in the tree trunk to show the shades. So here is the cross hatching also been used to show some shades. You can see the crisscross lines over here. So I have used this scrumbling, or we can call scribbling also. So this scribbling is also give a very natural and very original effect to the tree. Can you see these all effects? So here is the hatching, somewhere cross hatching, somewhere you can see the rendering, see in the clouds. So these kind of paintings we can create with this. So there's the next example. I have a still life with me. So you all know the still life composition? Yeah, here is it. So here is the still life composition where we can keep some objects, some non-living things all together and create one composition. You can see here I have used so many techniques: rendering, hatching. I have not used cross hatching in this. So it is not that important. We can use all the techniques in one painting. We can make our composition with one technique also. We can use only hatching, we can use only cross hatching, we can only use stippling, we can only use rendering or scribbling to make one painting. So it's not necessary to use only uh, all the techniques in one painting. We can use, it's not necessary we have to use all the techniques in one painting. We can use one technique also to complete our work. So come to the next. So I have prepared few samples for the portraits. As we only think how can we make portraits, how the pencil shading will look like in the portrait. So here also we can use the technique. See here I have used hatching and rendering. Only two techniques I have used. Here also I have used rendering and hatching. So there is no cross hatching or stippling in it been used in this painting. But we have other variety of works where we can use different techniques altogether. So hope you like all these things together. So hope you have enjoyed this class, but don't forget to practice. More you practice, more you get more you practice, more you can get the results. In the next class, we learn more about the shading, how the light will fall on the object, and many more. So, hope you enjoy this class. So, keep on practice, stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you. Bye bye.